Overall, I thought it was really eye-opening and enlightening. I realized some things that I didn't realize. Some other things came to light. I think that the questions that were being asked were very intentional and thoughtful, and it promoted a different type of thinking and mindset. I'm not marketing, I'm not, branding. That's not my brain. So being asked specific questions to then test that, thought process was super beneficial to me and, the where my brand is going to go. Yes, I think that when we were speaking, there were things going on in my head that promoted thought processes and ideas, and that maybe weren't as obvious to me because that is not how my brain operates. But you asking pointed questions and even some of the same questions in a different way promoted a whole different answer and response. So it was really interesting to dive into to me and my expectations and to think in a different way for my business and what it's going to look like. Completely eliminating one of the services that I've been doing for so long. I know that sounds crazy, but I got a lot of clarity from the brand schematic, a lot of clarity. I have gone through revamping and changes in what I'm going to offer and services and who my target clients and audience, all of that. What this did was really solidify two main services when I had and could do about 10. So it really put it streamlined in a very thoughtful process. And here's our plan, and here's how we're going to execute it. Dropping one of those services, I mean, I never would have thought that would solve so many problems. And I was in my own head and in my own thoughts about it. And then just having that meeting, with you and your team. I mean, it took me 5 seconds to be like, all right, fine, we're done, drop it. Whereas I'd been fighting with myself, like, do I keep this? Do I not? I don't know. It helped me really sift through all the noise and get really clear on what I want. 100%. And I think that and I've had different meetings with different branding companies, website companies, and they don't ask these kinds of questions. They don't have a brand schematic. Everyone does things different, right? But the questions and the way they're asked and the way this was done was different. And it promoted a different kind of conversation and plan. It wasn't, how do we want this to look? What do we want this to feel like? It was really like, what are your goals? As the first question, what do you want to get out of this? Where do you see, the company? Who are you and who's your brand? Not necessarily like if it's going to look pretty or anything. Like, you got to the actual meat of it. And that's what I find is very different, because that is what's going to sell. And like I said, I need my website to promote me while I sleep. Right. And that's 100% what you guys made very clear. And that you clearly understood from this. And that's what I got out of this meeting.